Dear friends, very good afternoon. This is Commander Sudhir Kumar and welcome to my YouTube channel Commander Strikes. Today I am going to bring you an analysis of 6 days war that started on 28th of February by USA Israel forces coming together against Iran. I feel the objectives which have already been discussed by me in my previous 4 to 5 podcasts on the subject, that the objectives of USA were very crystal clear that they wanted to have a regime change. The Iran should not pursue its nuclear program, and then there should not be any ambitious program to pursue the ballistic missiles manufacturing in Iran. So all these three objectives, whether they have been fulfilled or not. As far as coming to the war objectives in front of Israel were, the definitely they had an existential threat from Iran, and it is not from now, it is from last 4 decades or so, even more than that. I think 1979, when this radical regime which took place and Ayatollah Khamenei took over as a supreme religious leader, since then the hate against Israel was well known, and the way the Iran has funded Hamas indirectly and Hezbollah and Houthis. So it was also clear that these Iran is creating a sort of a force which could keep attacking Israel, and one day it happens that the Israel does not exist on this planet. So that is the existential threat, and automatically when Israel is having existential threat, so all the three objectives of USA merged along with the objectives of Israel. So this is the Muslim radicalization, though it is a Shia regime which is there in Iran, but definitely the kind of a radicalization which was taking place, the religious fundamentalism was so deep rooted that we know the history of Iran. It's a civilizational nation where the Parsis got converted into it. The maximum nation population is against radicalization, and that's why from last 3 to 4 months the demonstrations those were taking place, they were against the radical regime of Ayatollah Khamenei. But many of them, IRGC has killed all these people, those who are doing demonstration very brutally, and people say that the Iranian radical regime or Islamic regime, those are following the Sharia rules over there and governed by IGRC, that is IRGC of Iran, Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, has killed near about these innocent Iranians, those who are having demonstration against the regime. Their number may go to 10,000 or 20,000, someone say even it may cross 1 lakh, because the information was not coming out from Iran. I feel that US has lost plot, Israel also lost plot, that they should have attacked at least the air strike against the regime when these people were demonstrating, so their life could have been saved, and today they could have been the foot soldier in support of America and Israel. And secondly, after the war, the way their top leadership and second rung of leadership, and including military leadership as well as the religious leadership, that has been wiped or assassinated in the first strike itself, near about 48 to 50 in number, on the first day itself at around 8:30 to 9 o'clock on 28th of Feb 2026, that it has brought sort of in sympathy in favor of the regime. And now the Ayatollah Khamenei's son has been nominated, or rather chosen or selected or whatever, that he has taken place of supreme religious leader as Ayatollah, of new Ayatollah of Iran. So it does not seem to me that this regime is going to be changed over there. So this objective of US, or that is not changed. Secondly, the Iran has given a threat that if USA and Israel is not going to give up their demand of regime change, they may attack their nuclear reactors with their ballistic missiles or hypersonic ballistic missiles. And now, if you look at that, how much capabilities of Iran is already, has been reduced or affected, I feel that definitely one third of Iranian capabilities or that navy capabilities have already been, destroyed by near about 50 to 60%. Air Force is near about 70 to 80%, hardly. And even launchers have now been attacked very vigorously. So I feel that even if they are going to have number of ballistic missiles for the future, and the drones, I think they will not be able to launch their ballistic missiles or hyper ballistic missiles, because the launchers are going to be wiped out each day. The kind of an strikes which US is doing through its B1, B2 member, like carpet bombing, and Israel is doing pinpointing, taking a signature of their ballistic missiles launchers. Certainly their strength is going down. But if you look at it, already 22 nations have already been engulfed into this war. So I will say that, it is already the World War III situation now, we can call it. And the kind of the support which is coming, it is unfortunate, but some support is coming up, and people say this support to Iran is coming up from China, but AQ-9, the air defense system of China, is already proved of no worth, and it was also, degraded, and its reputation has gone down, its branding has gone down, and I think throughout the world, those have placed the order for China's air defense system. They are not going to place, they are going to withdraw their orders, because in Op Sindoor in Pakistan they had supplied their air defense system, and now in Iran it has proved, it has not proved its worth. So, so it's a setback to China. Secondly, China definitely is not taking part directly, because the home front itself from last 5 to 6 months, that's the internal turmoil which is going on. The large numbers of military journals have been purged, and equal number of civilians also purged on the name of anti-corruption drive which is taking place. But I think Xi Jinping is getting weaker. The other sections are also, will not say that the physically China will take place, but definitely some armament, some technology, or maybe some ballistic missiles with MIRVs might have been supplied by China. But if you look at it, I feel that Iran has been able to succeed in its plan, and that plan is uh, like they wanted to make sure that the war is enlarged to the entire Middle East, and they have been able to do so. That if you look at the UAVs, UAE and Qatar, and then Bahrain, Jordan, then now even Saudi Arabia, all the bases of USA have been hit, but the civilian infrastructure, Aramco refinery twice, the same way the Kuwait refinery, and now Azerbaijan, and then the oil supply lines, and the way that, it's hitting the Hormuz, state of Hormuz, and having attacked the oil VLCCs, those are passing through that. So it is definitely, the entire supply chain or global supply chains have been affected. But the most important question remains that what way the US and Israel is going to achieve their objectives. Because until unless foot on soldiers on foot are going to be foot soldiers are going to be there, how this regime change could take place, that is yet to be seen. And the colossal rose is already there, but the way that the canvas of war has been enlarged by Iran and all these nations, those are involved. So definitely the Muslim radicalization philosophy has got a boost by this war. And I think that Shia, that they believe in Shahadat, so that is also coming in support of regime. So regime will not get changed over there. But simultaneously, the way they have hit all these Middle East countries, GCC's countries, West Asian countries, so they are clearly giving a message that it is a war between the Muslim thought process, ideology of Muslim or Sharia law against the West, that is USA and Israel, or anyone who supports them in this war. So by this, it may happen that the USA is not able to uh, save or protect the attacks against the Middle East countries. So all these monarchies, those were feeling safe enrolling the Middle East countries. Now they all, though they are the Sunni regimes, those are running these governments over there, and the families, those are running the monarchy which is running. They were so far very happy with US, and now they were having their roaring business as far as UAE is concerned. Abu Dhabi, then Doha in Qatar, and then Dubai over there. So a lot of business and financial centers have come up over there, and the large amount of the investment or the cash from the capital market of Hong Kong was flowing in to these cities, but the kind of an uncertainty which has been created in these big cities of Middle East, people are insecure as far as the oil and supply chain are concerned, and then even their faith on USA to protect them has gone down, and the way the biggest air defense system, that is the biggest radar installation in Middle East, has been hit by Iran, which was worth US dollars 1.1 billion. So that's a very big setback. By the time the US is moving its forces from somewhere else, from the European Union countries, from the West, to again to defend all these Middle East countries, I think they, though the France and Germany and England, United Kingdom, and now even Canada has come in support, and they are sending their ships to take part into it, and even their fighter planes. They are positioning to safeguard Middle East. Still, the kamikaze drones are a very potential weapon where Iran so far has been able to hit civilian targets and has done a colossal destruction as far refinery supply, oil supply chain is of entire world got disrupted. The assurance which has been given by the president to safeguard the transit of oil tankers in the Strait of Hormuz is yet to be seen, that how they are going to achieve it. because Hormuz is a very constrained place, constrained lane of sea for this trade, and there definitely Iran coastal batteries are going to attack it. So it is to be ensured that Iran is not able to launch any attacks against the oil tankers. Those are going to transit through the Strait of Hormuz. If USA is able to achieve this within a day or two, with assurance that they will be escorted and protected, and secondly, the insurance which is not being now being extended to the maritime trade, to the companies and to the ships in the Strait of Hormuz, and there it has gone very high. So this is not being supported by the banks of UK from London. From United Kingdom now, President Trump has ensured that it will be extended by American banks. So some kind of a system he is going to evolve. If this thing is achieved, and if this global supply chain from where near about 30% of oil uh, is flowing for the entire world, so that will be seen, and that is that is all the update on this war. It has definitely gone into a dangerous stage, and where it is very difficult who is supporting Iran clandestinely supplying the weapons, or might be the real time data which is being fed by its satellite constellation, which is there. That's why they are able to do pinpoint strikes as far as Iran is concerned against US installations, the civilian infrastructure of Middle East countries, and even the United Kingdom, this thing in Cyprus, then now against even Azerbaijan, the oil supply chain or supply lines, the oil pipelines there, and the way against Israel, the pinpointed strikes that shows the new dimensions are adding up day by day, yet to be seen that how it is going to enlarge in the days ahead. And the challenge is how US and Israel is going to contain it, achieving their objectives. But the question remains, where is that 440 kg or 450 kg of enriched uranium, where this enriched uranium is enrichment is about 85 to 90%, 87%. If it is so, that it should not happen that tomorrow when you are stopping the war or in third wave of a strike, that the Iran might have used the dirty bombs, and that will be a scare of radiation against many nations. And secondly, if Iran is able to strike the nuclear reactors, that will also be a catastrophic. So that war must not. So it is to be seen how it could be contained by achieving objectives. It's a big challenge, and that's what I'll be bringing to you every day. Though today I got slightly late, that I am bringing it afternoon. Tomorrow morning I'll be bringing it around 10:30 or 11 o'clock. Till then, thank you very much. Have a great day.